to wake up out of this fucking cave. I would not be able to be like, all right, man, all right, exhale, and I'm going to pull you. Fuck that. Drag my limp body out of this.
It's going to be a little lossy here.
For a while, he keeps trying to push deeper into the cave, but eventually realizes he's almost completely trapped.
Trying to give you a decent view.
Oh my God.
What's going on?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Getting out of that. Getting out of that. Dude, he literally is like...
My little gumdrop's life here. I'll bring you close.
He's not going to try and get back up. He's going, I'm going to keep trying to go down.
Closer. There we go. So it's all about leverage, and I don't know where my feet are here. But I'm working my way through here as I can. I can't turn and see. You see, this is the problem with the clothes bunching up. My knee pad's caught. Okay.
At that,
I do gotta say, these people, I feel like these cavers gotta be like, I'm just assuming, very lax people. Like, there's no way you could do this, deal with the anxiety of this, and then not be like basically able to handle any stress, you know? Like, I feel like if you could deal with this, bro, oh my God, you're able to withstand anything.
moment, he decides not to risk it any further and begins carefully backing out the way he came. Fortunately, he manages to escape without any injuries.
I'm shocked he was able to back out through that.
This story comes from the YouTube channel Action Adventure Twins, run by two brothers, James and Edward.
I am so surprised that there are this many caving channels. And I will say I get this. Like this right here. All these things that he's reaching. This is fucking awesome. Rafting 5 miles underground inside the largest cave in the USA. There's like a huge waterfall. Or like this with a 280-foot waterfall. Looks like a lake. Like, I would get you squeezing through the gap to get to one of these places.
Since early 2020, they've
versus like just doing the gap for the love of the game.
Been exploring dangerous and extremely tight cave systems, documenting their underground adventures. But in March 2021, one of their expeditions brought them terrifying.
Like, who went down that? Somebody saw that shit one day and went, yeah, I'm gonna go look in that hole.
Close to death.
Like, I would even just be worried that, like, just from an outer perspective, I'd be like, I'm not peeking my head in there, dude. There could be an animal in there. There could be, like, a mountain lion style. I don't fucking know what region this is.
Decided to explore the well-known Pettyjohn Cave in Georgia. By that time, they had already visited several sections of this sprawling maze-like cave system, even discovering an underground waterfall during one of their previous trips. They felt confident enough to take on the challenges of this underground labyrinth. However, this time, their goal was one of the most difficult sections of the cave, appropriately named the Nervous Breakdown.
This one.
Yo, let's go caving, man. We're gonna go down the Nervous Breakdown. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Oh, really? The name of the fucking cave is a Nervous Breakdown. Oh, yeah, let's go down that. That'll be so fun. Somebody said Satan's ass crack. Yeah, dude, they always have, like, weird names like that. Let's go through the pulverizer. It's gonna be sick, man. There's, like, one section where you have to shimmy down a tube like imagine you're a Slim Jim. And you're just trying to get out of the packaging. It's gonna be like that.
It's tight.
A title that perfectly describes the mental state of anyone attempting to pass through it. The beginning of the trip went smoothly.
Is it wet? Is it all wet? I feel like that would be better for me if everything was slippery. Do you think they ever like butter themselves up? Spray a little Pam on themselves?
The brothers squeezed through a narrow entrance and reached the first open chamber of the cave. But soon, the passages began to narrow again, forcing them to crawl through tighter and tighter spaces. After about 25 minutes of crawling, they faced their first serious obstacle. A muddy chamber with a deep, narrow pit in the middle that had to be carefully skirted along the edge. One wrong move would mean falling into a tight shaft with almost zero chance of climbing back out.
Steven, like, I could do this. I could do this. Could you guys do this? Like, if I get a crouch, I don't care. Even if there's, like, a little few parts where I would have to, like, crawl. But the second I gotta, like, lay down and scooch myself through the opening, nah, it's over.
With almost zero chance of climbing back out. The slippery walls and lack of solid footing would make it nearly impossible to pull someone out. After safely passing this dangerous area, they finally reached the entrance to the infamous nervous breakdown. To their frustration,
they're not even there yet, freaking out about getting there.
Part of the surrounding area had collapsed, making it much harder to find a safe route forward. Rocks were scattered everywhere, narrow drops surrounded them, and pitch-black darkness filled the space. After a long search, Edward eventually located an entrance and decided to go down, leaving his brother above as a backup in case something went wrong. He had no idea that this decision would become one of the biggest mistakes of his life. After descending a bit deeper, Edward tried to contact his brother, but there was no response.
I found a rope.
Oh my God, and they just stopped communicating? I feel like I would think he's dead.
I don't hear James anymore. Uh-oh.
He suddenly found himself in a nightmare scenario, lost in an unknown part of the cave with no way to communicate. At first, he tried to stay calm
They don't even have, like, radios or things they could call for help with?
and continued moving, still hoping he would meet James somewhere ahead. But after 30 minutes of searching and calling out with no answer, the reality of the situation began to sink in. He knew that
leaving, bro. I'm leaving. Are you gonna keep going deeper in to try and find? Like, wait, I'm confused right now. Is his brother or friend in front of him deeper in the cave or further back? Or they're just different. They're lost. Like, they're at different parts. It's like a maze.
panic was the worst possible
Oh, he's just lost.
reaction, but anxiety was slowly taking over. After countless
What are these ropes on the ceiling? They can't just fall. Like,
failed
follow that.
attempts to locate his brother, Edward decided to retrace his steps,
Wow.
only to realize how difficult that would be.
They got like breadcrumbs. I feel like I'd be marking the cave.
James! It's been like 30 minutes since I last saw him. I don't even know where I'm at. I tried to go back to the last place I saw him, and everything just looks the same.
Nah, this is the worst. This is the worst. This is the worst. The only thing I will say is if I got turbo lost and people knew I was caving, I would be like, all right, they're gonna find me. I just have to stay alive for 3 days without, you know, starving to death or dying of dehydration. Because they would send someone.
It's just a jumbo maze.
Every direction looked exactly the same in the dim light of his headlamp. Narrow tunnels and uneven rock walls
What if it floods? They do that?
offered no landmarks
Oh my God, it starts raining.
to help him remember where he had come from. With every step, the situation became more desperate. A single wrong choice could leave him wedged in a passage too tight to escape. Or worse, he could fall into a hidden fissure. Even with
Bro, I mean, like, I understand he could get in a path that's, like, too tight for him to retreat. But, like, couldn't he, if he was like, oh, this is getting tight, I don't remember this, turn around.
without physical injury, it would be easy to wander in circles until exhaustion took over. The recording, which began with excitement as he entered the nervous breakdown, could have ended as a tragic documentation of his final moments. After what felt like endless wandering in circles, Edward finally spotted a small but familiar detail, a piece of marker tape he had noticed earlier on his way down. Following it, he was finally able to find his way back.
James! Oh. You're over here? Oh. Dude.
Dude, I was about to start smashing my head against the wall, man. It's been days. Where have you been?
This place is a maze, man.
Oh, hey, I see your light.
Dude. I thought we were never gonna see each other.
Dude, I know.
After reuniting, the brothers stayed together for the rest of the expedition and eventually made it safely out of the cave without serious injuries. This experience didn't stop them from exploring caves. They continue to upload videos to their YouTube channel, but now
DMT trip down there, yo, that would actually be like a crazy torture. Like, hey, if you don't give us the information, we're gonna give you DMT, knock you out, and then leave you in a cave, and you have to find your way out. You know what's so crazy is the rampant change in YouTube content. I could really see like a stupid YouTuber be like, I'm gonna go down in this cave and then I'm gonna do salvia. I'm gonna go down in this cave and then I'm gonna take something. See if I can find my way out.
now they do so with far more caution and much better preparation. The following story took place in January 2014, when a group of cave explorers set out to conquer Lost John's Cave in Lancashire, England. This impressive cave system stretches for about 3 miles, with known depths reaching around
How long are they down there?
700 feet.
This is like an all-day thing.
Most of the team had years of caving experience behind them, and, like many seasoned explorers, they were confident in their abilities. They carefully prepared for the expedition, studying maps, planning their route, and packing the necessary gear. But in the world of caving, there is a brutal truth. When something goes wrong, no amount of planning can guarantee safety. Even the most experienced explorers can find themselves in life-threatening situations. That is exactly what happened to one member of the group, Bob Johnson. At first, the
Bro's name is Bob. I thought they were gonna say his name was. I heard Butt Johnson. That's why I rewinded. Bob's not that crazy. His name's Robert. When I originally heard it, I heard Butt Johnson, and I went, "There's no way this guy's name is Butt."
team moved deeper into the cave, using their equipment to overcome each obstacle.
But one of them couldn't make it past everything. Butt Johnson.
But everything changed when they reached a section known as the Tube, an extremely narrow passage that required crawling forward on their stomachs. To make matters worse, part of the passage was filled with water, making visibility and breathing even more difficult. Despite the dangerous conditions, the group decided to continue. The thinnest member went first and managed to squeeze through. Bob Johnson went next.
What? I feel like you send the fattest guy first. I'm not trying to be fucked when I say that. Why the fuck are we sending the thinnest guy? That ain't letting us know if everybody can fit through it. You send the dude that's big as shit. You send the guy, dude, if it's like me and my friend that's like 6'5", 250, I'm sending him first. Because what the fuck it matter if I could get by it? If he can't, I gotta turn around.
And he was far less fortunate. At first, he made steady
And then say he does get stuck, I can pull his ass out.
progress through the tube, but soon he began to struggle, even in the slightly wider sections.
And then that would make me less nervous. Because I wouldn't want to do it and then be like, oh my God, I barely made it through there. Because if a guy that's like 50 pounds more than me makes it through, I'd be like, oh, well, I'm definitely going to make it through this.
Somehow he reached the narrowest part of the passage, and that's where his luck ran out.
Why would they keep going forward? I'd be like, nah, pull me back.
He became completely wedged from the waist down, and every attempt to free himself only made things worse. Being stuck in such a tight space is already horrifying. The feeling of solid rock squeezing your body, the walls closing in, you can't move, you can barely breathe, and panic begins to creep in. For Bob, the nightmare was just beginning. On top of being trapped, he now had to face a far more terrifying threat: rising water. Water makes any caving trip infinitely more dangerous. In a dry cave, even if you get stuck, at least you have time to think, time to plan. But when water starts rising, the situation becomes deadly within minutes. Imagine freezing water slowly climbing up your body while you are trapped in solid rock, unable to move.
Oh my God, I never even thought about how the water's probably like fucking 40 degrees, bro. You're like deep in a cave in England in the winter or like the fall, dude, the water's probably fucking ice cold.
The terror is indescribable. Bob knew he had only a short
I don't know why I was thinking it would be like, oh, like a cave in like Costa Rica, like hot in the jungle. The water's going to be warm.
time before
No.
drowning became a real possibility.
Wow.
And he fought desperately to free himself. But the water soaked through his clothing, making him heavier, and his escape attempts even more hopeless. Just when the situation seemed completely hopeless, one of the team members had an idea. The idea that would ultimately save Bob's life.
Yeah, it looks tight. Billy, I get it. Pull in! Pull in!
Instead of trying to push him forward, the team members behind him began carefully pulling him back the way he came, and it
the crazy intelligent idea they had to save his life. I'm like, damn, what are they going to come up with? They're going to like tell him they're going to like cut his clothes or something. I feel like if he couldn't get through, the first thing any human is saying is, all right, well, let's just pull you back the way you came. Like if you're stuck going through, I'd be like, well, let's just turn around. You know, let's just pull him back. Like, why would you keep trying to go forward? What? I'm happy he's okay, but like, why was he still, I thought they had already tried that. You know what I mean? I thought that was like an unspoken thing. Like he couldn't get through, then he couldn't, they. This is so sick!
Trying to predict the future is a hazardous occupation. The only thing we can be sure of is that it will be
Epilepsy warning, mod spin it. Mod spin it. This game has very hard puzzles. Don't intro me to the game with there's puzzles in this game. This is just Poppy playtime. Is it not? I hate that this is already episodic. I'm not trying to shit on the small dev team, but come on, bro. Just release a game and call it there. Episode 1. 2 coming soon. A slight detour. Slight detour from what? Am I just gonna fall into the back? Is this a backrooms game? What the fuck?
Hello. I am you. Or rather, a particularly articulate aspect of you. I am your conscious, your sense of direction. That faint voice on your shoulder that whispers, perhaps that slice of cake is a bit unnecessarily wide. That's often me. Though, admittedly, sometimes you don't listen. But that's all right. We're a team, you and I. A slightly disagreeable team at times, but a team nonetheless. Now, I imagine you're feeling a tad disoriented, uncertain possibly, like a sock that's lost its pair in the dryer of existence. But not to worry, this is perfectly normal. To start, your name is Caleb. And this vast void of nothingness that we're currently floating in is your mind. It's not always empty, of course. We're just doing a bit of maintenance at the moment. And actually,
I'm getting a lobotomy. Okay. So I'm in my mind and my consciousness is reminding me of who I am.
You see, sometimes our mind can get a bit gummed up, running low on that pure, uncomplicated joy that makes life worth it. In these times, we, or rather you, need to pop in and give it a small infusion of joy. A nudge, really, to get the gears of our mind back into motion. How do we get that joy? I'm glad you asked. While it might seem empty here at the moment, there are in fact little momentary bits of happiness tucked away all around us in our memories. And that's precisely where we're going. To go capture that very essence of joy. How do we access these memories? Another great question. It's quite simple. All you need to do is focus. Maybe there's a specific plant you remember from your parents' bedroom. Or perhaps that faint smell of chlorine from a day at the water park. Focus on that, and suddenly you might find
you